and just do that repetitively for a little while. But I'm going to have you look up the schedule for what we're supposed to look at. If you look at the lab schedule, she's got her computer right there, right? What's the lab schedule say that we looked at on this test? Nobody knows.
Yes.
So what was lab 9? What were we looking at?
Thyroid, parathyroid,
Thyroid, parathyroid?
and then there's one more, I forgot.
When was liver?
Oh, is that also in the same one? Is
I
that
think it
liver,
was
thyroid, parathyroid?
I think it was thyroid, parathyroid, and liver, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pulling it
All
up
the
right
same
now.
one?
Thyroid, parathyroid,
Pituitary? Is that it? The other one?
no. I don't know. I've had we're going. I actually left my
Glandular.
charger at home.
Is it a type C?
So this is 9, 10, 11, and 12 that
there's
we looked at, right?
so.
Yeah. But we combined 9 and 10.
Yeah, female liver hypothesis, and adrenal gland, thyroid,
Oh, yeah.
parathyroid,
No,
and
you were
male
right.
reproductive.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Pituitary. I don't know. which
Well,
one was
what's
it.
first?
We could do female reproductive.
Oh, the reproductive, so I'm not gonna put those up there, you know, we have the
reproductive,
female.
thyroid, parathyroid.
Thyroid, parathyroid,
Liver
liver,
and adrenal.
and the
Adrenal
what,
gland.
kidney? No.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah,
basically adrenal.
liver hypothesis and adrenal gland.
And what else?
Adrenal gland.
Adrenal gland, we didn't do the liver? Or the,
No, we did liver, I believe.
I know,
We
but
did
kidney, we
liver
didn't do the
last
kidney?
No, liver is,
Kidney's this one.
liver's in
Have
this
you
one.
ever met a
It's in
Robert
that one.
Morton?
Mhm.
Okay.
Morgie?
Robert Morton.
Morton,
Dr. Morton.
maybe, I
Like
don't
the
know
salt?
why.
You guys have very similar handwriting.
Huh.
And it's really distinct in that R on liver.
Is that it?
I believe so, those are the last
Thyroid,
ones.
All right.
parathyroid.
So those and the reproductive systems, right? That's what you got to choose from, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna throw things up there and you're gonna tell me what they are, right? How's that sound?
Okay.
Perfect. No peeking at my stuff here.
I don't think my eyes are that good anymore.
Hmm?
I said no peeking at his stuff. Whenever you give us the answer as to what these tissues are, could you walk us through what your identifying factors are?
Me,
Yeah. See how you look
from
at
my
things.
35 years of experience.
It might be useful to us. 3 months of experience. Who
Are we ready?
you are.
All right, what's this?
Parathyroid.
The parathyroid is like a really small spot.
Well,
Whoa.
There's another one right next to it.
let's use this one. Okay. So this is the thyroid. That's the parathyroid.
Oh, I thought it was darker.
So it does have both on there. I would agree with that, right? Thyroid's easy, right? Can't miss it. Those big pink circles are easy to hit. You can't miss them, right? The only thing you're gonna confuse that with is maybe the prostate gland, maybe, but probably not, right? Because these are everywhere, and in the prostate gland, they're not everywhere, right? They're just randomly in there in relatively rare numbers, right? So this is thyroid, that's parathyroid over there. Everybody understand that?
Mhm.
Okay. Put your head forward. All right, next one. We're gonna look at this one. So what's this one?
Move around.
Hmm?
Is it adrenal?
It's the globular, the reticular, and the, I forget the word.
So he's right. it's the adrenal
Hypophysis?
gland.
Adrenal.
And I think he's looking at this section to tell that, right?
Mhm.
Because you got your 3 zona there, right? Remember that? In the adrenal gland, your 3 zona? And that's the thing, in fact, it looks better up here, right? The fascicles are what you're really looking for there. Those bar-looking things, right? Like here, see those? That's what you really want to look at. This is what gives it away to me. Is that middle band of fascicles that go down, right? Zona fasciculata, right?
That's the functional layer too, is the fasciculata?
It's the biggest layer of the cortex, of the 3 sub-layers. It's the biggest layer, it's the most functional layer, it does the most work. All right. Easy peasy so far, right?
Mhm.
Nothing hard, right? All right, let's go to the next one. What about this one?
Crack.
Crack?
A crack in the slide.
That's-
Prostate.
Right there.
Anybody? You said what?
Prostate.
I could see how you'd get that, yeah, possible, but that's not what it is.
Hypothesis.
Not the pituitary gland, no.
There's only 5 options. I think.
Uterus.
Uterus, very good.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a smooth muscle. It's
Endometrium, myometrium, and I slid it all the way across, right?
mhm.
You can see the line. Are you gonna show the distinction?
Am I gonna do what?
You're gonna like show the distinction if you do show this?
If I put this up on the test, I will slide across the entire thing before I even start asking questions.
Okay.
But, so, this is the part that's got all the stuff you have to describe on it, right? But the myometrium's huge, and that kind of what gives it away, right?
Mhm.
So, when you see that thing sliding, seems like forever across there, and then you're like, okay. It's a huge piece of tissue, right? So, very muscular, right? Why is my phone blowing up? All right. Let's see, what do I want to put up there now? How about this one? All right, what's this?
Hypothesis?
Testes.
Seminiferous tubules.
It's not seminiferous tubules.
It's not? Is it in the epididymis?
Epididymis.
Epididymis.
Epididymis. So, right area, just not the right one, right?
Mhm.
Seminiferous tubules are what? Well, let's go ahead and tell you the difference, right? So this is epididymis. Remember, it's got epithelium on it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the seminiferous tubules do not have epithelium on them, right? So you can see that your kind of almost standard tube arrangement here, where you have your epithelium, your lamina propria, and all that stuff in there, right? Whereas if you go up into the seminiferous tubules up here, right? You don't have that, right? You have those weird cells that are everywhere, right? You've got the Sertoli cells and the primary spermatocytes and so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do that one. Do that one. None of those are the right ones. All right. What else can we do? Let's see. Let's grab something else. Do this one. Piece of cake.
That's skeletal muscle. No, it's smooth. Never mind.
So first thing you see is what? It looks like almost like intestine, right? It's got the same layers, right? So it's got your mucosal layer, your submucosal layer, your muscularis layer, right? All that stuff that you normally have when you think of a tube or a thing like that, right? So which one of the tissues that we are looking at in this set, do any of these have that? None of those are a tube, right? They're all organs, right? So where is it that we see anything that looks like a tube?
Fallopian tube?
That's not fallopian tube.
Oh.
Fallopian tube has those things, but it's much smaller. This is my lowest power, right? This is a big structure, right? It's not a little thing.
You zoom in closer to the mucosal layer?
Is it closer to what?
Zoom in closer like the mucosal layer?
You wanna look at the epithelium? Is that what you wanna look at? We can zoom in on the epithelium. What kind of epithelium is that? Let's see. Somebody tell me what kind it is here. Anybody?
Stratified.
What the heck kind of epithelium is that?
Pseudostratified columnar?
Pseudo.
That's not cool. No, that's simple boil.
Not simple at all.
Not so.
Oh, I was just looking at that darker layer at the top there.
It's not really stratified.
Pseudo stratified.
Stratified. Hmm.
Sounds like
That
I
helps?
still don't know what it is, but yeah.
Wait,
All right,
there's
so what do we
something-
look at in
there's
here?
something
Well,
special
it's not
about
any of these. That leaves the reproductive system. You think it's in a female reproductive system, right? No, no, that's not the ovary. No, no, no.
I was just guessing at this.
Urethra.
Would it be another slide of the uterus because how muscular?
Not uterus,
Urethra. Or
What did we cover in this section?
vagina.
Ow.
wait,
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
that's the one place. That's like the one place at the beginning of the semester that we had pseudo stratified.
It's not the only place, but there.
It was like one of the only places.
All right. So it's got all the layers, right? It's got epithelial layer, lamina propria, muscularis, mucosa, and all that stuff, right? It's got those muscle layers, right? And what kind of muscle, again?
There's skeletal.
Skeletal muscle, right? All right, and multiple different directions, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, why is vagina skeletal muscle? I thought it was. Is it under voluntary? control?
Whenever they tell you to
Oh.
push when you're having a child.
That makes more
That's
sense now.
business.
Yeah. Okay. I'd be done.
I didn't get it either. I don't know.
You asked about,
I just said it made no sense.
Oviduct,
Uterus
right?
doesn't have it.
Mhm.
let's talk at oviduct and show you the difference here. This is oviduct, a lot different, right?
Very.
A lot smaller, very round, right? That's one example of it. I could show you others. The other thing you mentioned is what? You were guessing, you said what? What'd you guess on?
Ovary.
Ovary, let's look at the ovary. Talk about that one real quick.
Hey, giving away the answers. Same. I'll just mute it. and
That
wait.
doesn't look anything like the other one, right? What's the thing that gives away for ovary? This is easy, right? The one that gives away for ovary is if you look on the edges, right?
Oh.
Developing your oocytes.
What are those things again? These
Oh,
things?
sites.
Primordial follicles, right? Eggs that are in stasis, right? And germinal epithelium up here is a single layer of epithelial cells. Unlike the others that were pseudostratified or whatever, right?
How many eggs were we born with? Or like
How many eggs did you
was
waste?
it
How many actually make it?
3 million?
None.
Yeah, me.
How many do you waste? A ton of them.
We as humans.
It's like 40,000 or something.
One of the numbers was 400,000.
I could've
Then
sworn
it
it
gets
was
cut down
three,
from that.
like
Then it gets cut
million.
down from that.
That'll be on the test.
Does it?
Wait, what? Say that.
Did we get our labs back?
What?
Did we get our labs back?
I have them right here if you want
You
them.
do have them? Yeah, I'll take mine.
Wait, what did you say?
When we're done, I'll give them to you.
We at one point in time, I don't remember where in the line of development, but I remember the number 400,000.
Yep, there's 400,000 in there somewhere.
That's what it was.
And then it shrinks.
It was
and then
like-
shrinks.
All right, so let's mess with
3
you a little
weeks.
bit.
I think it was 3 weeks.
So let's do this.
Gestation.
This is one that will probably mess you up.
Do we end up with 33,000?
Oh. I know this one.
We do, 'cause,
Weird, isn't it?
Tube.
It's a tube, right? Easy enough, right? A weird tube though. Not your normal tube, right?
Sperm.
Because it's got a big muscular outer layer and not much else really. It's got a little epithelium in the middle, lots of muscle, that's about it, right? So where in the world are you gonna have a lot of muscle? And remember, muscle is gonna constrict, it's gonna constrict that tube, right? So what's it gonna do? What's the muscle gonna do when it constricts on that tube? It's gonna push it through, right? More muscle means faster, right?
Yeah.
So where do you want things traveling through the tube fast?
Uterus. It's the uterus.
You don't want the things traveling through the uterus fast.
Well, I don't know. I just thought
Push out a
muscle.
child.
Why
Like
would
a
you want to
football?
throw the
Male.
no?
Male.
Wrong
So-
sex.
so-
I've seen that Dorito commercial where they
I
throw
remember
the
what this-
Dorito
what is the
when
name
the
of this
woman's
one?
having a baby.
I don't know what she's talking about, but
It's
I
an
don't,
old
want, I
Super
don't know if I
Bowl
want to.
commercial.
So,
Yeah.
go ahead, tell them what it is.
Vas deferens.
Vas deferens, male reproductive system, right?
Yeah, I know.
I never
I don't
thought
know.
there was
Find
that
this
much
one?
muscle
I'm
around
so
it.
glad you did this to Andrews.
All right. Yesterday somebody mentioned an organ, and I'm like, okay. How about this one?
The whole structure, or what you're most?
I mean, this is all I can see of it. You got to kind of move around, but
What is this thing?
what is that? That's weird, right? What is it?
The penis.
Penis. That's which
Cavernous?
one's that one?
Is that one cavernosum? The other one's spongiosum?
It's a corpus, right? Which corpus is it? Corpus what?
I'm gonna go
There's
cavernosum.
two corpus, right? Corpus what?
Spongiosum and cavernosum.
Spongiosum and cavernosum.
Cavernosum.
This is spongiosum.
Well,
No, wait a minute, cavernosum,
That one's
right?
cavernosum, right? 'Cause the other one's
Spongiosum is the one with the urethra in it.
beneath it.
There's the urethra there, right?
Yeah. So that one's spongiosum.
Spongiosum.
Why? What about that? So everything in histology is named after either its form or its function. What if
Yeah.
that tells you sponge? The other one, I look at it, I think it has perforations like a sponge. It kind of looks like a sponge. That doesn't look. That one looks like a cavern. Looks like a candy.
I know, I always thought it was backwards too, that's why I'm all like, because I always thought it was named backward. Doesn't make any sense to me, but spongy, remember holes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of holes there. It's just not the big ones that you see in the other one, right?
So what should I be looking at? Like, where is the exact like outline of the spongios?
All right, let me show you.
I don't want to eat
So,
off the dishes of whatever histologist is using a sponge like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Well, whenever I,
they need
my
it.
eyes are attracted.
so
first to the-
spongiosum, right? It kind of goes here, out here to here, down here like that, down there like that, right?
Oh, okay.
It goes across, right?
Okay.
Hmm.
So it's a bigger area than what I was anticipating.
So, remember, it does the same thing, right? It fills up with blood, gets turgid, right? Full. And why does it have less blood here? Well, you gotta have the ability to pass things through the urethra, right? All right, what organ? Where, oh, I know what I haven't looked at yet. Let's look at that. Where'd that slide go? I moved it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's up here in this stack of stuff here. All right. Ooh, let's look at that one. That'll be fun. How about this one? I like this one. You may not like this one. I like this one. Looked at it yesterday, right? For those of you that were here.
Somebody did a stain stain on this, right? Or like this
It's a
is
trichrome stain,
Yeah.
actually called a VLS stain.
Or so.
Well, what is it?
I guess an hypothesis.
Pituitary gland, yeah, hypothesis. This is specifically the, which region?
Probably not the one with the nerve endings.
Anterior pituitary gland or pars distalis.
Yeah, not pars nervus.
Either one's the right answer, right? So this is the part with the different types of cells in it, right?
Yeah.
Chromophobes, chromophils, right? That kind of stuff, remember? This part over here, where is it? There it is. There's your pars nervosa there. Much different look to it, right?
Mhm.
Pars
looks, it's got that nervous tissue look to it, right? It's got that stringy look to it with the cells, right?
Yeah.
Any nervous tissue looks like that. It's got that stringy look to it. Let's look at a different version of it, which would be better. This one, I don't know, I could show you on the test, but it wouldn't be polite of me to do it, right? This one will be better, although you might not get it as easily. If I put it here, maybe,
Sure.
maybe focus it, would that give it away?
The one in the middle that I can't think of, it starts with an I.
So you've got your pars nervosa over here, your pars distalis over there, right?
I think that's easier. I think that's a lot easier
I
than
didn't
the
hear
other
what she
one.
said.
She thinks it's easier to differentiate.
So what about the infundibulum, right? Let's look up here. Oh, there's the infundibulum up there, right? You wanna look at the different cells? We can look at the different cells if you wanna look at them. Zoom in on them, take a peek at the different types of cells in here. How many different colors are there?
There's supposed to be 3.
3? It's supposed to be 3. I like that. There's supposed to be 3. All right, there you go. You got them. Everybody see them?
Mhm.
Piece of cake, right?
So there's delta, alpha, and
Nope.
the wrong one?
That's
Okay,
pancreas.
good.
Islets Langerhans, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is the hypothesis, which has your chromophobes, your chromophils,
That's the other one.
your acidophils, and your basophils, right?
So chromophobes, chromophils, acidophils, and basophils. So
Right.
there's 4?
Chromophobes are the ones who don't
Chromophobes
like color.
stay, and then the
Chromophils, there's 2 types of them,
Okay.
right? So there's 3 types of cells, right? So acidophil means it stains what color? Red, so it's gonna be red. Basophils are gonna like purple, right? So they're gonna be purple. And chromophobes aren't gonna have much stain at all, right?
So we're just gonna see the nucleus?
So there's 3 of them, and they're all in the field of view, so everybody see them, I hope?
I think.
I'm getting the looks of, I don't, no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'm sitting here trying to think, like, do I need to be like checked if I'm like colorblind? Cause I see red colors. I mean, I see shades, but.
If you put your stick on the board
So
right now.
because this is like an H&E stain,
Mhm.
right?
I
You're
mean,
not gonna get much differentiation here, unfortunately. You just don't. The other one would give you much more differentiation in color. But it's much weirder to look at, right? So, can you see any distinction between different colors at all?
Yeah, there's
I
some.
can, it's just.
Let me give you an example. Watch this, and we'll pay attention, right? So this one and this one,
Mhm.
are they different in color?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crap.
Man, it feels like a trick question though.
You don't think so?
No.
How about this one and this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Look how,
Which
the
one?
nucleus is gonna be purple no matter what.
Top one's
Okay.
not red. That was the acidic.
This one's got a red cytoplasm, this one's got a purple cytoplasm, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Acidic.
Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. What about the chromophobe?
Is it right there, like in
How about this guy right here?
Okay.
Is
That's a cell.
You got a nice nucleus, but nothing in the cytoplasm,
can
right?
you move the stick about 2/3 of the screen to the left from about the same height you were at? I want to see if what I'm seeing is the clear cytoplasm.
Here?
Left, about a foot left. There. What is that like? That, would that be one as well? Do you see what I'm
I'm trying
talking
to see
about?
what you're looking at. I'm not
So
sure.
there's that dark purple circle in that little area, and then right above it,
This one?
down.
Down a little more.
Uh,
A little bit.
There.
These, no.
Oh, okay.
That one is there that I pointed to. Right?
There's a one right in the.
How about this guy down here? No?
I think I see a few of them.
How about this guy right here?
That one right there, okay.
Yeah.
If you went,
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
Or for that matter, this guy right here?
yeah, I can tell.
Confusing?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty rough.
All right, let's see, what else what haven't I put up there? I put
Liver.
Everything except for the liver up there.
Yeah.
Let's do the liver. Liver's got a couple choices, right? We can either do a pig liver or we can do a human liver, right? Now, I do have some human liver slides around here somewhere, but I haven't shown them to you really. This is the pig liver, which is easy to see, you can't miss it. Can't miss it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's got the nice stain for the big connective tissue capsule around the different lobules, sorry, not globules. And remember what we got? We got the triads, right? Remember the triads?
Yes.
Were they just called triads?
So let's look at a triad here.
The portal triad.
Why do I always think like Chinese gangs when I look triads? Isn't that what they're called, the Chinese gangs?
I don't
Not a clue.
You guys don't watch movies or anything?
I'm half Asian, but I don't know anything about like that lineage.
What's that?
I'm half Asian, but I don't know anything about it.
Crazy. I was never, sort of.
I like Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Jackie Chan.
That's not good.
I was raised by the oil field
Here.
workers.
So why is it called a triad?
Because
First off.
it's where three things meet.
Three things come together, right? Let's look at this one.
There's actually like 4 things in it.
Yes.
Right, 3 things come together and there's 4 things in it, right?
Yeah. That's fun.
Which is always fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
So 3 things come together.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, right? 3 things come together, and 4 things in it.
Yeah.
How they look?
Yeah. One's supposed to be a vein. One's supposed to be a duct. One's supposed to be.
So there's a lymphatic, right?
Yeah.
There's a vein,
Yeah.
there's an artery,
Yeah.
and there's a, what's the 4th one?
Is it a duct?
Bile duct, right?
Duct, yeah.
So the bile duct is the easiest one to spot. Everybody agree with that?
I don't know which one which.
Bile duct is the one that looks like it's got little beads around it, right?
Okay.
Like this one, right?
Oh.
Little beads around it, right? Or like this one, little beads around it, right?
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah.
Lymphatic and a vein are probably the hardest ones to distinguish
Pretty similar.
because neither one has much around it at all. So, and remember they're gonna be the big irregular shaped things, right? So here's a big irregular shaped thing, here's a big irregular shaped thing, here's a big irregular shaped thing, here's another one here, right? So which one of those are veins, which one of those are lymphatics, right?
Vein dead center, lymphatics to the sides.
So veins are gonna have this layered thing around the outside. It might not be very big, but it's gonna have it, right? Lymphatic usually doesn't have anything around it. It's just like a hole, right? So, what about this one? Does it have something around it?
Yes.
Yes. So that's a venule, a vein, right? All right. You agree with that? So
Yeah.
what about that one with there? That one.
Probably lymphatic.
It doesn't have anything around it, right? So it's obviously a lymphatic, right? Now I could probably go through the others and tell you what they are, but you don't really need that. All you need is one where it's definitely one or definitely the other, right? And then the artery is the last one, right?
Is that one we're
So
And
that's the one of the
that
bottom.
one up there, right? That's the artery, of course, right?
Yep.
Right? And what are these called?
Hepatocytes.
Right, but what do they make? They occur in, how do they arranged? They occur in plates or cords, right?
Yeah.
Right? And what's in the middle?
Central duct.
What's in the middle of the lobule?
Hepatic portal vein.
What's this thing called?
Hepatic artery, or portal vein.
I'm pretty sure it's called a central something or other.
Central
Oh,
duct.
yeah.
Maybe, I could be wrong. Ooh. Okay, don't worry about that, all right. What haven't I done? Let's do this one, this will be fun. Oh, about this one?
I don't know. Okay.
All right. So this is the one I said you could confuse with what?
So that's prostate.
With what?
Prostate.
No, well, this is the prostate. We can get it confused with the one that wasn't prostate.
So this is the prostate. I said you could possibly confuse it with the thyroid,
Yeah.
right? You could also possibly confuse it with the uterus, maybe.
Oh, because of endometrium.
But what gives this one away is that you have these random plaque buildup things, right? Which are called what?
Okay.
No, we don't know.
Problem makers.
You better look it up when you get the chance, right? Gland, right? It's very glandular. Obviously, since the name is gland, right? But it's got that characteristic glandular look. It's got that epithelium, right? You got secretions. These are alkaline concretions, right? That's not what they're called, but that's what they are. That was a nice wine, whatever that was.
Identify, right? A line, identify. Like a note,
Hmm.
identify what that is.
What haven't I looked at?
Yep.
I looked at everything?
Yep. On that list.
We haven't looked closely at some of those things, but
Did we go through all the female reproductive system?
can I go through all the what?
Did we go through all the female reproductive system?
I think we looked at all the tissue in general, just to kind of see it and see what it was.
Right.
The goal was to be able to identify the tissue so we can.
Identify the tissue first, then work on the structures within it, right?
Okay.
So here we go, here's another slide, right? Tell me what this one is.
Why does that look so uniform?
You haven't seen this slide before, right? This one I have not shown you in lab. But it is the organ that I've shown you in slide, in class, but it's just not the exact slide I've shown you.
Zoom in on the layers a little better.
So what do you want me to do? Zoom in on what?
On the layers of the cortex. And then, I guess from the external to the internal, oh my.
It's also uniform.
There's a difference.
It's got
Is
a
this-
capsule.
Is it adrenal as well?
Adrenal gland.
It is. So
So
that's
the other
vesicle.
slide was.
That's the adrenal gland.
So that's the fascicles.
And again, those rows of
Oh.
cells, right?
Mhm.
We were mistaken.
Zona glomerulosa, zona fasciculata, zona reticularis, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, that's a lot more clear.
I like the other one better.
You like this one or the
I
other one?
like the other one better, but I can see it.
I don't know, this one.
The other one is a little more obvious that you're looking at different layers.
Zooming
right?
back out on this one makes it more obvious, but I still like the other one better, because you can kind of see the fascicles, but I'm not seeing them in the same layer that you're seeing them. I'm seeing them in like.
You're just comfortable with
glomerulosa.
something that's familiar.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it better.
It
No.
does.
Yeah.
Because change is bad.
Change is bad.
Change is always bad. It's
Change is bad, really?
yes, I think that we should go back to the Stone Age.
We fear change.
Yes.
Reject humanity, except rock.
But you're like a tech guy.
Yes.
You you have to know your enemy.
The prepubescent death rate in any prehistoric human lineage, anything before modern medicine, was ugly.
Yeah.
But they didn't have student debt.
Oh, true.
No, they just had student death, right?
I like my air
It's
conditioning.
two sides of the
Don't
same
worry
coin.
about
It's
finals.
What was it? 70% of children died before medicine, before modern medicine.
Really?
That's why people had 15 or 16 children, because if you had 15 or 16, you might get 2 or 3 to survive to adulthood.
What was
You
was
wanna
that
know?
what the rate was in America, or was that worldwide?
Everywhere.
So worldwide it was 70% death rate?
And if you get further back, it gets worse, right?
Right.
Let me tell you some of my own personal ancient history, right? My father was born in the Depression,
Okay.
right? He had 14 siblings. He was the only one that made it to adulthood. So,
Yeah.
high mortality rate in Jews, right?
Reminds me of a good
So what is this?
Thyroid.
Thyroid, easy, right? Can't miss it. So, if I show you that, and then you know what it is, right? Then we zoom in on it, and I start asking you things about the tissues inside, right?
Like the
What
parafollicular
is
cells,
that?
and still what they are?
You're gonna ignore that thing
Huh?
in that
With the colloid center or whatever?
yeah.
How about right there? That's a good spot. I like it.
Oh,
Can you see it? Is it nice and focused? I hate that it's focused in here and not focused there. I don't know how I would adjust that either. I'm sure I could somehow. All right, so we've got it here. So the first thing would be, what's this?
Like the colloid center or something?
Colloid, right? That's what that is. Colloid in the middle, right? What is this?
It's the follicular cells.
Follicular cells. What kind of epithelium is that?
Simple.
Simple cuboid.
Simple cuboidal.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's secretory.
And then for a hard question, what is this cell right here?
That's okay. Never mind. There it is.
Chief.
Parafollicular cell, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what-
And I could really get weird and ask you what it makes.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I should know that one.
Uh,
I thought it was that the T4 and T3.
DNA.
No.
Every cell makes.
You guys are doing great.
Is it in
What'd she say?
It wouldn't be,
I can't hear her. Speak up.
wouldn't be an acid. I was gonna say hydrochloric acid. but
No,
it's-
not acid. Don't want it to excrete acid. That would be bad, right? Nobody?
Mucus?
Starts with a C, because they're sometimes called C cells, parafollicular or C cells.
Cortisol?
Calcitonin.
Never mind.
I knew that from them. Or you had a slide.
Oh,
about
that's a
that
prescription
with
drug. I can remember that.
Nice.
Feedback
Nice.
loop with that.
0.6 milligram.
It's one of the two hormones that regulate calcium levels in the bloodstream.
Yeah, it's a really smooth capsule.
I just have a problem with remembering, like, I'll think I know the name of it, and I just have a problem, like, remembering it in the test, and then my mind goes blank, so if I had a word bank, it would be great, but I,
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
that's my.
That's
You
so
just keep
true.
cramming it until you figure it out.
Yeah. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
write it
Did you
down.
just
I'm gonna need to get out of here, people. I stayed till about 1:45, about the best I could do, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Either way, because I couldn't make it yesterday. I was in class.
As I said, make sure you're able to identify what the tissue is and then just memorize what's in that tissue. Because identifying the tissue is gonna get you halfway to where you need to be, all right? If you can spot what it is and figure out what it is when it first goes up there, then you don't have to worry about anything else other than what's in it, right?
I should have been doing that this whole time. That's how I should have approached all this as.
So, you've got 5 organs plus the reproductive organs, right?
Mhm.
It's about 10 to 15 structures-ish, right? It's not that many, right? You can probably get that down to where you're like bang, 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 I know which one it is, right? I know you've got, what? How
Just
many
under
hours
24
till
hours.
the test?
20.
20-ish?
Lenny.
22.
It's not quite 1 o'clock yet, so 21
22
hours-ish, right?
21 and 17 minutes.
Yeah,
Plenty of hours.
so
22 if you're going to the 11.
I assume you've already been studying the different structures within the organs.
That was all right.
I would spend a lot of my time studying how to spot the organ from here on out. Okay? You may leave this on or turn it off?
I want to go get lunch. So.
I
I'll
got,
be in here, so.
I got class.
All right, I'll turn it off.
Okay,
And
so
you
you
can-
would like to go over it?
Yeah, but I'll grab a different.
You can look at it if you want, I'll leave it on.
Okay.
I mean,
I'd
it's
rather-
already there.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Do you have the labs? You said?
I have your labs, yes.
Sweet. I'll take them.
Bye, Bye,